Hey everybody, how are you today? Do you know what day it is? It's so exciting. Hi, Anna from Manchester, UK. Karen, Judy. Hi, hey Charlotta. Yeah, it's 2/22/2002. I don't know why I'm so excited about that, but I love when numbers align. Hey Mona, when I was a kid and my uncles would take me out for a drive or we'd go somewhere, they would be watching their speedometer. And so when they would get to 22,222 miles, they would toot their horns and take us for ice cream. So we always wished for for that. And I think I'm having a little throwback here. Hi, Lynn, Alexia, Chris, Denise, Frana. Hey, how are you? Diana, Stephanie, Marina. Oh, wow, everybody. Oh, there's Susan from UK. Hi, Helen and Jimmy, Joellen. When I saw my cousins and my aunt, or somebody was saying it's like romper room when we get on here and say hi to everybody. But I think it's only polite when you have an event, you want to say hi to your guests. So that's why I say hi to everybody. And there's Kathleen and Angie. Oh, this is great. I had such a fun time today. I got invited by my friend PA, who is like Martha Stewart. You've met her. She's been on a couple lives with me. Um, and I don't know where she heard about this, but she had a party and it was called My Favorite Things. And what we did at it, we would we each brought something that we felt like was one of our favorite things. And I want to show some of the things to you. But there were, I think, 9 of us. And so we each brought something and like the Walton say goodnight or hello. Yeah. Hey Deborah, fellow Virginian. Mona, this day is special. It'll never happen again. But then again, every day is special because it will never happen again. But what anyway, I want to tell you about this special favorite things party. So first of all, yesterday I heard that Paula had fallen somehow. She doesn't know how she did it, but she had a boot on today. So she was helping us serving up the food, complete with her boot. And they have to do x-rays and figure out if it's broken or ligaments. But anyway, she hosted it. And so we had a delicious meal and then we all went in and opened our presents. So I want to show you some of the things I got because I think they might be some of my favorite things too eventually. I haven't tried them yet, but I did try this. I don't know if you can guess what it is. It's a phone stand. So you wrap, I can't really show you because my phone is over there, but you basically, it adapts to any phone. And so it's made out of silicone and you can wrap the phone like this, and then you can hang this over your rear view mirror, so you, hey, Minnesota, Nancy, 18 inches of new snow. I'm jealous. Hi, Darlene and Anna. Oh, you're wrapped up cozy in bed. Oh, that sounds so nice. I need a nap. I had to take my husband to the airport today at 6 in the morning, and I was so tired. Okay, here's another thing. And, we get simple pleasures from dishwashing. And I actually got 2 things. So this is like a silicone sponge. But the nice thing is, sometimes you have a sponge and it gets smelly and, it's hard to clean it and stuff. And some people just don't use them. But that's kind of alternative to a sponge. So let me see what else. Now, some people were thinking alike because, wait, let me show you this one. Okay. This was so creative. Let me open it up because this is Dawn is very crafty and she didn't make these, but she could. I think she did make these guys. Wait a minute, let me show you this. It's so cute. It's a little gnome. Wait, sorry for all the crinkliness. Look at this little gnome. Isn't that adorable? I just love it. And then, I gotta rip this. She gave us these little I guess like a trivet, but it's a soft bowl. So you know when you make like a bowl of soup in the microwave and it's so hot and you burn your hands when you take it out, you have one of those foam things. Well, this has these little grips here so you can take it out without burning your hands. Isn't that cool? I know, that's the gnome. You've seen people craft with those silicone scrubbers. I think you could clean like a paintbrush maybe. I don't know. The only question I had about that was, does it like take off like burnt things off food? Not saying that I burn my food, but I do. And she said, no, you have to, that takes a little more work. All right, here was another fun thing, which I thought was perfect because you know how we love our paper. Well, this is like a little planner pad. And so what she was saying was she liked it because it's you're not committing to a whole calendar. If you want, you can do this for a week or a couple weeks, or, you know, and when you go on vacation, you don't have to do it, but it's just like a little weekly planner. And yes, it would, Anna. That is a great idea. You had one you had for about a week. She wore it as a hat. Oh, that would be perfect. Yeah, that would fit. So, and then a nice mechanical pencil. So I thought that was another good one. Oh, look at this one. This, she crocheted all these different, like you can use them for doilies, to set things on. And then she gave this cute little, like how to use it, you know, hot pad or dish towel, not to be used as an oven mitt, only meant to set hot dishes on. It's 100% cotton. Isn't that pretty? So they were all different. I loved it. I love, we got to pick. All right, what else is there? Oh, this was also a soup mix. It's like from an Amish market. That was from Holly. So you just add water, from what I understand. And it was like Christmas. You got to open everything. And then this was what I gave. And I've told you guys about this. My Naked Bee orange blossom honey. Yeah, I love this for my hands. I have one right over here for when I, you know, wash my hands, because with working with paint and stuff, my hands get dry. Can't get you on YouTube. Uh-oh. Well, I'm on there. I see other people on there, Karen. I don't know. Okay, this is another really cute one. Start each day with a grateful heart. And the thing that everybody liked about this, well, what I liked about it is it's cute size. You know, you could put that anywhere. And what a great thing to think about in the morning. You get up, you know, put it where you're brushing your teeth and just think, I should be glad for today. And then also, these are malted milk balls, which she said reminded her of her grandmother. Her grandmother would have 3 every day. Can you imagine? This would be gone in one sitting. Her grandmother has great self-control. And there was like another scrubby thing. Where did that go? I hope I got it. Oh, here it is. So everybody had them all wrapped up cute. And here was another hand lotion. Mine smells so good. It was called Sea Treasures. And then this also. And I had never heard of this. Wait, that way. Scrub Daddy. Have you guys seen these? They're hard. It's like pumice, it feels like. And you wet it. And it had these cute little pictures on the back. Look at that little guy with the spoon in his mouth. Anyway, I can't wait to try them all. So I would encourage you guys, get together with a couple friends and, you know, have your own little event. Oh, and here was the other little heart pin. So I just loved it, but I spent the day over there. So I have not had time to test out the project that we're going to make today, but I think it's going to work. And if not, we'll see how to fix it. Okay. Did you get it? Oh, thanks, Glum. You've seen it, but not tried it. Okay. Yes, malted milk. You can't eat just 3. I mean, that's just unheard of. 3 is like, it's like an appetizer. Anyway, Yes, it was so many little treasures, and just to sit around and be with friends, it was great. I just loved it. So I want to thank PA for inviting me, and good to see all my military army friends. Okay, catch up tomorrow, Susan. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we are going to make a little journal. This is my husband's shirt, and he has had this a long time, but he eventually just wore through the elbow. But the rest of it is in really good shape, and I always like this shirt too. I like plaid. I'm just a plaid person. So anyway, we're going to make a little shirt out of that. I did go ahead and I cut the tag out because I thought this would be cute to put on the pages. So we're going to just make it here, and hopefully it's going to work, but we'll see. You never know. Okay, let me look on my list here. So I said happy 2/22/22 to everyone. I love that. It's like a holiday to me. I don't know why, but I like it. We had our trip to New York. It went really well. Mom is still up with my sister. They're supposed to be watching, but I haven't seen them on here. But if you see Maureen Pirelli or Kathy Grassi, that's my sister and my mom. So we'll see if they hop on here. But the trip was not bad. It was long, but we got there. My uncle was really happy that Mom had come because she just loves their family. It was she and my dad were divorced, but she still loved their family, and it was great to see my cousins and my aunts. And you won a Switch machine, Lisa? No, I didn't get mine yet, but I can't wait. Someday soon, hopefully. All right, let me just read off these announcements here before I forget. Okay, so we are having on Friday at noon, and I'm going to tell you who the special guest is, and that is Alexandra Stapleton Smith. She is the owner of Maker Forte, and that's the company that I work with to do my stamps. So she and I are going to get on a live, and we're going to do some talking, and also I'm going to show you some samples from the team, and we're going to also open up. I was going to put them up ahead of time, but I just haven't gotten the art yet to do the ad with, so I'm gonna wait, and I'll just do it on Friday. So if you're interested, they're really fun stamps. They have to do with postage, so and they work with the snail mail die. So I know, I can't believe you won a Switch, Lisa. Well, you'll use it though, so that's good. What else? I said, so tired, nap. I really need a nap. I'm like in another world here. I think that's it though. So let's get going on this. I think what I'm gonna do, let me just tell you what we're gonna use. I'm gonna put mat board as a base. I'm gonna use a little piece of leather for my binding. So we're gonna mix some materials today. And we're going to use our adhesive and the book box die. And I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a thin spine. We've done thicker spines. I have a couple samples here. And if we have time, we'll get to the inserts because people were asking, how do you make inserts to it? So we'll see. But this is like what it looks like normally. Now, Lisa used it. This is kind of a, like, oh, there's that snail mail die right there. See, it looks like a faux postage stamp. That's the die, and then the stamps go with it. You bought a Switch just to use the bigger die. Oh, Mona, you are so good. So it can be a box. What we're going to do today is use it to make a book. So we're just going to leave out making this little section here. So, it looks like a book to start with, and we're just going to use it as a book. So there's that one. And then here's one that Madeline made. She did it like a little sewing kit, and she added her beautiful flowers and some nice paper. I can't get a good look on here. My lighting seems weird today. It's dark out. And then here's one that I did. I just did kind of a little junk journal-y recipe book. It's not done yet, but it was all inspired by that paper, which I thought was so cute. And I didn't even do the covers yet, but I took some of the, what do you call it? Those tabs, from the cookbook. I think it was a Betty Crocker. So, there's a lot of things that you can do with this book. So, or this die. So I just wanted to today kind of get into it and go through and add some fabric and just play around a little. Okay. And I hope that you'll do that too, because these dies have so many ways that you can use them that you just really do need to play with them and think about how they would work for you, So, okay, good. Thanks, Chris. Yes, that book box that Bona made. That was so romantic. Yeah, she was going to put cards to her husband inside, just little tags and things throughout the year, which, you can think of so many ways to use this. And plus, they fit the A2 cards, which that's kind of what I was excited about because I'd been trying to design one of them for a long time and I finally figured out how to do it. So that made me happy. So anyway, all right, I am going to put the camera down. So let's get our thing over here. This place is so bad because my husband is out of town. So I'm pulling everything out. I'm just not cooking. I'm just like, oh yeah, this is a mess. All right. So let's see what's going on here. Let me put my light on. Maybe that'll help. Can you tell? Is that any better? I don't know. All right. So I've got a cord hanging off here. Hang on. Oh, yay. All right. How does that look? Okay, so the first thing I was thinking was, all right, we have a lot of real estate on this shirt. You can use the front, the back. It might be a little tricky because of the plaid. It's always hard to line up stripes and plaid. But I was looking at it and I thought, I would like to use the pocket. So I would like to use that on the front because then you could add little things to it, like pencils you could tuck in, or what I'm thinking is that my husband can use this to keep his mileage because he got a new truck. Look at that. I probably bleached that. I never even noticed that. So what I'm going to do is I cut a couple pieces of mat board. I'm going to cover these with adhesive and then we're going to peel it off and I'm going to add my fabric shirt to the adhesive and I'm going to actually wrap it around because I'm going to have this on the front and back. Okay, so then if I use each side of the shirt, I'll still have the other piece to do other things with if I want. And then I'm going to cut the binding out of this leather. It doesn't match perfectly, but that doesn't bother me. Okay. Hi, Lynn. You could use the bottom of the sleeve and cut both arms off at the elbows and have I could, but you know what? This shirt is like, I don't know, 20 years old. I feel like I've been washing it forever. So I'm just going to go up the side here and we only need 6 inches. Oh, this feels so weird. It's like an old friend I'm chopping to pieces. Oh, cut's really nice. I mean, for the age of it, it's in pretty good shape. I'm just roughly cutting here. These are my nice scissors. I love using these. All right, and then I'm going to cut the other side off too, and then we can clear this off because it's just big. And all right, let me do this. This is more than I need, but I just want to get a chunk off here. All right, so there's that. All right. Oops. All right, I also have rivets, and I was thinking of using those to attach the leather binding to the cover. So we'll see. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, so this is This is our regular one, and then this is the pocket one. So let's do this one first because this could be a little trickier. You can hardly even see it, you know? The idea of using a loved one's clothing is great. Nice gift for those. Yes, that's true. You know, there's a lady on Instagram who she takes belts and she makes keychains out of them. And I just thought that was so cool. And I actually saved some of my dad's belts and I sent them somewhere and I never got them back. But I never did it myself. So it's like, well, that's okay. All right, so I'm going to take my piece of adhesive and I'm just going to wrap it around, and then I'm going to wrap this because we want the right side facing. Oh, I did it right. But we can see the stitching under here so we know where to place it. You'll see in a minute. All right. I am just not in a crafty mood today. I wanted to try this, but I don't know. Some days you're like, oh, I don't have the mojo. I'm just tired, you know, being on the road. It's like, oh. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap this around. And I kind of eyeballed this. It's not the exact size. And I'm going to need another little piece over here, but I've got a scrap. So probably I can cut this in half. What did Lisa say? That is so sweet, Gina said. Your sister made teddy bears out of your dad's flannel shirts. Oh, what a happy, like, comforting thing. That's cool. All right, now the torture of watching. That's why I like how on these sheets they have, like, this edge to it, so you always know you can pull it off here. Except this I trimmed, so. All right. Okay, let's do both of these. You think it's funny, husband goes away without you, so you chop up his clothes. He told me it was okay. I would never do that on my own. He is, you know, he's sentimental. I thought he was going to cry when he had to get rid of his car. He had it. It was a 2000. I mean, it was like a life-changing event for him to get a new truck. I kind of like that about him. Okay. So just smooth out the wrinkles, but it's not going to matter. I mean, this is kind of a rustic type of project anyway, so don't worry about, you know, if you don't get it just perfect. But what I was thinking was, he might want to use this because he keeps track of mileage, even though the car does it by itself now pretty much, but he likes to write stuff down, or maybe with the camper, you know, we have he does the mileage on that. All right. So here is the back of my pocket. So I want to have it like that because when I lay it on my die, it's going to look like this. This is the cover. So we're going to cut. I hope that's long enough. Yeah, we're good. So I just want to make sure this pocket is pretty close to the size. So let's hope that we get it right here. All right, so we're just going to peel this off and try and lay it straight. But, you know, if it looks like the grain is kind of skewed a little bit, just straighten it out and do it as well as you can. And the nice thing is, if you're laying this down, if this was paper, it would stick, but fabric, you kind of have a little wiggle room here, which we may need. And again, I'm not really going to go crazy with this, but whoa, I forgot it was sticky. All right, and then we're just going to kind of flip this over, and then I'll trim around and just see if you can nudge it up a little bit and kind of make it straight. All right, this may not be. It would be a lot easier if you didn't have the pattern on it, but and then you can kind of feel where the edges are here. and just trim around it because too much fabric will bulk up and not want to go through the machine. So is everybody getting their switches? That's so exciting. All right, so here's one. That's the one with the pocket. So when we put it on the die, we'll just try and line it up, you know, straight. Like, we'll really have to guess because we want the right side facing the die. Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter because this is a square, so we can lay it like this and kind of get a pretty good idea. All right, let's do the other one. And then we can cut them. And then we'll cut our spine. All right, your significant other is away for 2 weeks and you're not doing anything except crafting. Lisa, that is, yeah, that is good. I mean, of course I miss him. I do. But you can't justify getting another machine. I know. Well, the 9-inch thing is nice. I mean, I've got the plus, so I really don't need it. But if everybody else has one, you know, I have to test it. All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, this is probably not going to come out perfect, but I don't think it matters. It's close. And actually, I have plenty. If it's really bad, I can make another one because I have plenty of material. So you could crank out a couple of these at a time. And you probably could salvage other things like the buttons or, you know, make little, I don't know what, but you could. You guys are creative. All right, I'm going to use my almost new cutting pads, and I'm excited about that. All right, so we're going to lay this out on our die. And now the only thing is, I do feel like when you cut it with this on the front, it kind of seals the edges and it looks nicer on the front. So maybe I will just kind of line this up the best I can and just roll it through. We'll see. That I probably should have done the other one first, but and it should go fine through there. You know, it's not, the fabric is pretty thin, so I'm just going to roll that through one time. Use the fabric scraps for flowers. Your flower dies would cut them. That'd be cool. Oh, that's a neat thing. Ah, okay. Let's see. Well, that is right on the edge. Look at that. Wow. Oh, I hadn't thought of the width of it. Well, you know what? We can cover these little... That's not bad, though. I might have to glue this down because that'll be the edge. All right. Well, that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, that's a good idea, Teresito. That would be really kind of cool. Plaid flowers. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. This one doesn't matter. All right. I could always put this on the front if that other one is really bad, but I kind of like the homemade feel to it because it's recycled. It's just, you know, you somehow ended up with two, Deborah. Two what's? Okay, yeah, that's pretty much off. Let's see that side. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that one's better. All right, and just pick off. This tends to collect here, so that's why there's that little piece of foam. All right, not too bad. Oh, we need our binding strip. So that's right here, and I am going to do that out of leather. And here is actually Lisa gave me these. when we had our retreat in Pennsylvania. So thank you, Lisa. Now, this is an oil tan leather, really pretty. So I'm just gonna, and I have enough in case I mess up. I have two strips, but this should be fine. And the only thing, because I was thinking, what if this is pretty thick? This is probably about the thickest that you should cut. Now see how I just scratched that? This is what's cool about it. If you have normally, in like nice weather, I would have oils in my fingers, and you can just erase these scratch marks by just like rubbing over them. See that? Isn't that cool? I love it. And this kind you can also emboss. It's really pretty. In fact, maybe we should do that. Well, let's cut it first and let's see what happens, because I want to see. Now, some people say that their thick material will cut through. Now, I'll just say, I want my score lines to go on this side because I want the book to be able to turn. Glum, no, there's only one pocket. What else? You're here from the UK. Hi, Linda Cooper. Oh, you just got your book box. Okay, well, that's what we're using. We are making a little kind of a combination leather and fabric and matboard book. So I want these score lines on this side because I want it to know where to turn. So I'm going to see what happens here. Now, this piece I have, if in case that cuts through, I have some stuff to fix that. But see, I don't think it's gonna, because it doesn't ever do that for me. But we'll see what happens. I would just cut it through one time, don't push your luck, because the more you roll it through, the more chances it might cut. So let's look at it and see what happens. All right, yeah, it didn't cut through. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. And these you could save and maybe use them for other, like a little binding strip or, pen loop or something. Okay, so we have the pieces that we need. All right, good. So first of all, let's fix this one because this has some pieces that are coming up. So I'm just going to snip off these extra pieces. And I'm gonna, any place where I see that the fabric might be not secure enough, let me push this down a little bit so you can see a little better. I'm just gonna use my art glitter glue. I think it should work. See, I cut right where the pocket was. Don't do this to me. This thing makes me crazy. Now, where's my pen? Maybe because it's winter. It's like I'm plunging it. So I just don't want this coming apart, that's all. So there's that. Let's just test. Yeah, now see, I chopped off this side. So that's easy enough to glue down. And this part here is going to be hidden under the binding strip. And what I was talking about, making this like skinny, if you can see here, you've got these 1, 2, 3, 4 score lines. And what I'm talking about doing is making the book this thin. On these other books that I showed you, they're, the width is this way, and there's only one little piece here, like that. So I want to make this a thinner book, like that. All right, I think that looks cool. And that'll still be enough to put a couple books in there. And another thing that we might want to do is just kind of rub some glue along the edge. If you don't want it to fray. And you could use, what's that other stuff? Fray check. This will dry white. And even these little fibers are, they don't bother me. I can't squish it out with my left hand. And we're just kind of closing up the pocket here. I don't know why that didn't. Oh, I don't think I did it here. I don't see any. Oh, I bet I did the bottom layer. All right, let's just try not to have wrinkles, but all right. You can see I'm gonna just make a big old mess. It's looking great. I don't know, Chris. It may not be the most beautiful, but you know what? It doesn't have to be. Every one does not have to be a masterpiece. I mean, sometimes it's just the thought of trying something and see if it works, and then the next time you do it, it's better. So now this side we will see, so I might like trim this off a little. I mean, you could leave fibers hanging out on purpose, but I just want this to be strong enough because if I go to put a pen in there, I don't want it coming apart. Now see, that's inside the pocket. I hadn't done that either. All right, so just make sure you get all the layers because I had to be fancy and mess with the pocket. If you just have fabric, it's not, you're probably fine. Okay, so there's the front cover. So what we're going to do is just adhere this here. So I'm going to kind of work this a little bit and do the same thing over here and just kind of press that out. You were using Beacon 3-in-1 glue to make flowers for a book box yesterday. And today you used it to fix a shoe. That is some handy stuff. 3-in-1. There's still another use for it. Okay, so this is the wonky side. So I'm going to put that here. Now, the other thing that you could do if you wanted is you could do it like that, but I kind of want to cover this. So I'm just going to, I think I will use this glue. I don't know. It's not necessarily a leather glue, but let's see what happens. And I'm going to take my pink binder clip things and clip it together. So let's just make sure we're doing it right. Here's the top pocket. We're just going to lay this like that. Yeah, I think this will work. Here are my clips, the big ones. Move it down a little. And just check over here, make sure you can bend it. Yep, that's good. Well, I don't know where my skinny clips are. Yeah, just, I would probably lay a book over this or, like your heavy duty bat. But we kind of need to put the other one on. Now what I could do, I'll put both of them on and then I'll let them sit and then we can make the cover, the inside, what do you call it? Insert book. Oh, they don't look so bad now. My standards have dropped. And give it a pretty good coat. All right. And just kind of fold that in. Oh, we need our clips. Might have to re-glue that. All right, so now we have our cover, and let's hope this is gonna stay. I might need something a little more heavy duty. This might be kind of wimpy because we have several layers of, but I think that looks nice. Cool. Oh, I'm liking this a lot more. All right, let me get my cap on here, and then we're gonna make some pages, okay? Your stinky fabric fix works well. Okay, all right, so these are a couple of papers that I thought would work. I love graph paper. My husband's an engineer, so he likes graph paper. He writes tiny. He will probably write in each little box. So let's do some of this. We can do one book out of this. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is from Dollar General. I like it because it's $2 a pad or $2.10 or something. And it has the grid on one side and it has like paper, you know, loose leaf type on the other side. So you can, you know, but the only thing about that is for this book, see, normally what I do is I fold it this way, but for this book, I think that's going to be too skinny. Oh, maybe not. Well, that might be okay. Let's go this way. You can still write. Let's fold it in half. And actually, let's just use the die to cut it, and then we know. I'll show you a trick to use it on the die. All right. So here is my die. So if I want something just a little bit smaller, what I would do is take my fold, which is right here, okay? So I'm going to set that. I want to make it a little shorter and a little, all right, let me think. So we're doing from here over. All right, I'm going to go about, I can't see what that is, about maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe not even that much. And then like probably 3/8 down here, something like that. And then we'll run it through. You'll see what I'm doing then. And just try and keep it straight because the graph paper you can see when you go off. All right, so just roll that whole thing through. You could just put it on your trimmer and not even have to think about it, but I just want to give you an option. If you're doing a whole bunch of them, you might want to try this. And then, there you go. You have your cute little book. Wow. Ah, that is perfect. I'll never do that again. How about red liner tape? Yeah, I might have to do that, Allison. Yeah, that is totally possible. All right, let's see what this looks like in my book. Now, this is not going to be thick enough. Let's see if it dried. Let's just... Oh, yeah, see, it needs some support in here. That one feels okay, but this one, oh, because I have my 2 layers. Yep, that's what it is. But it's not going to come apart, you know? And I can use this to put like a little die pick in there. You might need one. Actually, that's kind of thick. So if you have a flat pen, you can stick that in there. A nail file, whatever. I mean, you could put another little book in there and could put some index cards if you wanted to make notes. All right, let's see how this looks. That's like perfect. That's really nice. So you could even make a little book and stick that. Oh, wouldn't that be cute? Like a little, what do you call those? Like a little, you know, like this. And then have paper sticking out. What do you call that? A little pad, stenographer pad maybe? Okay, so now we have to think about how do we want to bind this? And I would do more of these, but let's just think about this. We could punch holes here. Oh, you know what? Actually, the other thing that I wanted to do was try these rivets. So let's do that. All right. I found these little copper rivets and they take two pieces. So there's two sides to them. I thought they're kind of decorative and they would also reinforce the, how do I open this thing? So I was thinking we'll just punch a couple holes. This is really on the fly, but this will reinforce our spine. All right. So we can do one like, I think that'll look nice too. So we can just like punch a hole here and put our rivet in the back. Let's see if that's, I don't want it, well, that might be a little tall, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think I do want to do that. But you could do an eyelet, which I do have. I don't really have a good color though. What do you guys think? Notepad, yes, thank you. Brass corners would be cool. Great pocket for black wing pencils. They are flat? Oh, I need some of them. All right. See, this is gapping because I didn't think of that pocket there. So I do like the thought of adding these in, but well, I don't want them sticking into my notebooks. You know what I mean? So I think the brad would be better, but that looks too bright. Oh, I guess that would work. You're going to notice it though. And then the other thing you could do is you could put a brad here and a brad here and then do elastic. Let's do that. All right, I'm going to leave the ones on the sides and think about that for a minute. But I am going to put a brad here. So I'm going to take my crocodile like that. This is the size. And I'm going to adjust my little thingy here. I never used this until a couple of years ago, but it's nice because you can get the same depth. Let's see how far down it goes. Yeah, that's good. All right, so I'm just going to put that in the middle. Put this in the middle. And then we'll just put our eyelets in. And then we can string elastic through, or we can kind of use thread or whatever we want. Maybe like a nice black elastic or brown. I don't have any brown. But I could dye some white. Actually, I could use white because there's white here. Well, I like that. That kind of makes it a little classy, you know? All right. Let's see what I have here, elastic-wise. I wish I did have brown. Well, I'll just use white. And here's a piece, and I'm just gonna tie this in. Let's see, I probably need to get like a cover for this because that's gonna squish it. I'm gonna leave this loose. You could color eyelets with an alcohol pen. Oh, that's true. I still could do that. Could use the rivets to attach the booklet. Oh, yeah, that's a thought. Post-it pad, notepad. Thank you, everybody. All right, let's see. This is, yeah, we're going to need support for this. So, you know, like a file folder. Let me get one. Or this might be, I like this because it has the two different colors. Did I show you this? I don't know if it's strong enough though. The eyelets goes well with the check. Yeah, I do. It kind of breaks it up a little. And we do need more pieces in here, but I would just trim around this. I don't know if that's really going to support it, but I do like the color. All right, let's just make a little mark here for. I mean, a lot of people like measure. Wouldn't that be smart? Oh, I don't ever do it that way. I think I am going to need something a little bit stronger, though. You could do a couple of these, I guess. Yeah, cute. I do like the color here. Yeah, How would I get these in there, though? I kind of like the look of that. I could dye this, with my inks. I could dye this elastic. Let's just give this a try, see what happens. Oh, you know what I can do? Wait a minute. We did this the other day. It's another way to... All right, let's see. This goes the other way. So these come down and around, and then you can loop them in this height. Yeah, that's better. Sorry, guys, I'm in my own little world right now. How do you fix it? All right, see, so you can loop these like this, and then you don't have to worry about the breaking your book or wrecking the yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't love that they come up here. That's the only thing about it, but I could make little notches here, but that's not bad, for a quick little book. What do you guys think? It could be better. It needs polishing, but we've got... Hi, hey, Laura. Yeah, it took a minute, Laura. It takes the village. The village was helping me. I think you'll use eyelets on your book spine. It does look nice. Oh yeah, your crocodile. I use that thing. Because it works with the heavy duty stuff, Anna. Gotta love it. All right, so that's cute. So you can add a lot more pages, and I probably would because you have room in here. Or you could do another book, and you could do that alternative binding, which somebody told me it's the jump. I can't think of the name of it, but you do that. You just make your book, and then you slide the spine and the elastic down here, and so you have room to put 2 books in. So anyway, that's not bad. I have to work on this. And this is a little big, but I'll trim it up here because I wrinkled it a little bit. And I'll have to use these another time because I just think it was too thick for this. If I use the bigger spine, it would be okay. But I didn't do that today. I like this little one. I mean, you don't have to commit. It's like not a huge thing that's going to take forever. It's just a cute little book that you put your passwords or your mileage or whatever you want. I'm going to cut it down a little. And actually the other thing that I like to do is on my spines here. Wait, let me cut it first and then I'll show you. Just a little bit. But I like to take my corner rounder and just go, this is, nope, wrong one. See, now I got 2 2 corner chompers, and I get them confused all the time. I should remember this is the darker one. So I'm going to take my 1/4 inch one, and just on the fold here, I'm just going to take that and do a little notch here and what happens is when you go to put that into your book, it just settles. Let's get these in here too. And I mean, you could do it on these pages too if you wanted. But what happens is it just lets it sit. It seats it. See how it just slipped right in there? And you're not tearing these corners here. Elastic matches white lines. I was thinking that. Yeah, it's not bad. And you'd hardly see any out here. You could add little charms and things. Yeah. You have quite a few shirts that were spoiled in the flood. Oh, Laura, are you all cleaned up? Ugh. Horrible. Bob the Builder. Oh, you kept one of his shirts, Judy? You should do it. It's cute. I like the pocket. I just have to think of the right thing to put in here. But I think the notepad is what... Oh, wait a minute. You know those Dollar Tree ones? Hang on. Let me find it. I don't have one that's the right color, but... I just moved them. Yeah, like this. I wouldn't do pink, but, you know, like just one of these little notepads. Just slip over the edge. And, you know, I've got twine here, so it's not going all the way. But that's, you know, it's a thought. And even if you didn't, you could just put tuck the whole thing in here. Look at that. There you go. Okay? Amazing. So, I mean, it's not a work of art, but it's kind of cool, and it was fun to experiment and see what would happen with it. And I do like the little book, and I like the size of it. I like the skinny one, you know, and I like the leather spine, and I like the eyelet. So even if I, you know, this may not be a real winner, but I can take this technique and bring it on to my next book that I do and, you know, make it look a little more finished. But anyway, your dad only wore plaid shirts. Oh, and his sister, my aunt, took all of them to make my kids and the grandkids bears. That is so cute. You've made some of the flat pens. Yeah, they would. Yeah, where you take the pen out of the barrel and then you surround it with paper or something. Yeah. Wouldn't be done for weeks. Oh, it won't be. Did you get the fans? Does it smell bad? Oh, that was the worst when we did it. Oh boy. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, that is today's experiment, and thanks for hanging in there to watch. And I'll see you on Thursday, I think. We also have a show on Friday, so I have to see how things are going because I'm designing right now, and when I get on a roll, it's like I have to put everything away and, you know, to do another video. So I'm not sure. I may do one, I may not. I just don't know. I had to do it today because it's 2/22/22. So thanks for coming, and I'll let you know. I'll post something up, but I probably will wind up doing something easy. So hopefully I will be home for a couple days. All right. Well, I hope you're all doing well. Good seeing you, and have a good night. Okay? Bye.